Are you getting this message when you get into your Jetta? Start it up in the morning. And then now you're seeing all of these lights are on over here. I mean, the bonnet is open and the seatbelt is not on, brake is on, but this other light right here, the airbag. See the airbag light? And no horn. The problem is you need a new clock spring. Today we're going to be removing the steering wheel and I am going to show you how to replace this thing. Yes, I'm barefoot. That's right. Okay, to remove the steering wheel, you have to look right in here. See that? I've got the light. See this little piece right there? That's a clip. You have to remove that clip. So when you have the steering wheel turned to an angle, that's one on one side, and you can see the other one on the other side. These two clips right here. Use a screwdriver and push that clip down, and that will remove the airbag. That's to release the airbag from the steering wheel. Now the reason why I'm leaving the car on is because I want to be able to turn the steering wheel left and right, so I could be able to remove the clock spring. But you're gonna need to remove this panel right up on the top here. This panel. Use a flat point screwdriver and pop this up to get this off. This way you can get access to this. After you turn the car off, then I'm gonna go remove the battery. Okay, I have to get out the car and then push on this really hard to get this to pop up. So you need this up and out of the way, this way I could get access to that right inside the back here. Now you see that this right here, this is the clip that you need to have removed. Try to do this while I'm here recording, trying to make sure that you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so I got this clip. This one is down. What I had to do was grab the airbag itself on the back side here. Let me show you, like right here. I had to hold on to this piece right here and pull while I remove the clip, while I move the clip downwards. So that's a trick. Turn it the other way. This way we can see the other one. And then now I'm gonna do the same thing again. Put the screwdriver in there, like that. Trying to do everything this way you guys could actually see. Because not a lot of people have it where you could see. I've watched videos of these online and like there's not a lot of people who have them. So, okay, you can see the clip is almost off. Okay, that's it. Alright, so now the steering wheel, the airbag is loose. So we're gonna go ahead now, shut the car off and remove the battery terminals and get to this. Okay, as you can see, I have a big impact gun here, but you don't need to be using this. It's just making my life faster. Alright, see it says push. We're going to be removing the negative terminal on the battery. So right there. Okay, that's loose. We go take the negative terminal off the battery. Do the work, get to the job. Make sure that's out of the way. Okay, you're gonna make sure your steering wheel is all the way properly straight before you even start continuing with this job. You can see it now. It's the airbag. We're gonna disconnect the wires back here. All right, so I've just put the airbag up this way, so you can see under here. If you want to get this clip off, you see this white collar on the top? Pull that backwards. That unhooks it. Okay, those little clips that we were talking about earlier that you couldn't see from the back side of the steering wheel, that's this one. This is the way you gotta pry it. It hooks onto these right here on both sides. But what I'm gonna do before I even start, I'm gonna put a little mark right here. And I'm gonna use a triple square. I'll tell you the size of the triple square in a second. Okay, I marked it. I put it in 4 places just as a safe way how to get it. The triple square that you're gonna be using for this job is a 12 millimeter triple square. I'm gonna put it right in the middle of this. I'm gonna use an impact gun and I'm gonna pull it off. should be able to come off now. Okay, there we go. And there's our culprit, the broken clock spring. So now that we have the steering wheel out of the way, you're gonna need to get these torques out of the way here. You got 1, 2, and another one under here that sits underneath the column. Okay, so the size of torques that you're gonna be using is T25. The T25 torques that fits into these right here, or right there, and underneath. All right, got the last screw here. Okay. Make sure you put your screws and bolts in places that you can find them. All right, let's get this sucker out of the way. Oh, remember I got the key in there. Okay, so now that we got the column panel out of the way, there's another snag that you're gonna run into. You're here. See this one? You're gonna have to remove this screw. It's really, really small. What you're gonna be needing is this right here, this sucker. I suggest you get a whole kit. Right. You can literally loose it by hand. It's not in there that tight. See? This little screw. Okay, now that we got that screw out of the way, I'm gonna try to remove it. Like, see these little clips in the back here? One. This way you guys can see what's going on. If it could come loose, so you get the clock. All right, I'm quite sure that I skipped a step, but what I had to do, I was prying on the bottom of this piece right here and this little hump, this right here, so I could get the clock spring out of the way. I'm sure there's something underneath here that's holding this whole column on, but I don't feel like doing that. But let's proceed. All right, so we got the new clock spring. Gonna get it up over that piece right here in the bottom, and you need to get this, plug this into the bottom right here. So I just need to get it. Okay, what I did, I pried on it quite a bit. Apparently this snaps in and snaps out. Let's do it. See if I could do it with one hand. Okay, now it's over that piece right there. Should be able to snap in. All this in the meantime, try not to get this piece right out. This is the last thing that you're gonna be touching. Okay, you don't want to interfere with anything else. All right, gotta get these clips fastened on, and then we're gonna snap this back up. All right, so now we got the clock spring in. I snap these down. These are what keeps it in place here. And then this piece in the bottom right here, this snaps right back on. Okay, so now that we already had all of these put back in, the torques. So we're gonna offer back up the steering wheel to the car. Now you see these little pins right here? These are what goes to the back side here. So the last thing we're gonna do is remove this. I always call it a grenade pin. Okay, so now we're gonna put back in the bolt and torque it back down. All right, so now we're finished here. Now we're gonna plug the airbag back in, these clips. So you gotta like push it down and then it'll snap. All right. See, this is a clip right here. So this one here is what you gotta snap on. All right, hear that nice satisfying click. Okay, now, as you can see, you hear that pop? That means it's all the way back in, and the clips are in the back are properly received. All right, nice. So now we're gonna go put the battery back on and then proceed to see. I probably would have any check engine lights or stuff like that. I mean, like airbag, you have to clear these codes. All right. Okay, see the airbag light is on. Remember before we didn't have any horn. The horn was not working. Now we have the horn working, and the steering, the whole dashboard looks like everything's gone wrong, but the problem with that is you just have to clear the codes out. Okay, so now I got the car turned the other way. I went for a test drive. Now, so let me just put the parking brake down, put it in drive, and put the seatbelt on. I'm just trying to clear as many of these lights out so you can see. All right, so just the airbag light is on. Yeah, after this, you need to take it shop to have the codes clear if you don't have a scanner itself to clear the codes. All right, see you in the next one. Bye-bye.